Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from BOYI. This is the BOYI C75 Pro 75% wireless RGB gaming keyboard with TFT screen. We're going to dig into it now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's take a look at everything that comes in the box with the C75 Pro. We're going to start with a user manual here from BOYI, and this is going to give you your basics of how to get around on this particular keyboard. Since it's a 75% keyboard, it only has 75 keys, so you're going to have to use some key combinations to get a few things going. It'll show you either how to connect via Bluetooth with the function 1, 2, and 3 button, and of course with 2.4 gigahertz with the function +4 button, and you can always use this wired as well. So you have 3 different modes, and you can hook up to 3 different Bluetooth devices as well. You can change your light effects right from the keyboard, or you can use the built-in TFT screen and scroll knob, and I'll show you that a little bit later as well. Moving on, we get a few different extras here, like some extra keycaps. If you do want to switch up some of the colors here, you can see that I've got this purple, white, and light blue color. They also sell this in a other retro style colorway as well if you want to use that. We also get some extra switches here. These are 5-pin switches. They are the BOYI Jadeite Green Hi-Fi linear switches. So if you like linear switches, you'll be good to go with those, but you can always hot swap them with any 5 or 3-pin switch. We do get a keycap and switch puller because, again, we can switch out the caps and the switches. We do get a wired cable here for recharging the 4000 milliamp battery that's inside this unit. It's going to be a USB type A to USB type C connection. It's a nice thick braided cable and should do no problem here whatsoever. Looking at the keyboard itself, this is a compact keyboard at 75%, 75 keys there, so no number pad on the right. You do get page up, page down, delete, and home, and the rest of your setup can be altered by using a combination of function keys. You do get that 1.4-inch TFT screen and rolling knob at the top for controlling your volume, lighting effects, and screen functions as well. On the front and the sides, it's going to be pretty clean here with nothing going on. On the back, we do have our connectors and our switch. Now the switch is a tri-switch. If you switch it to one side or the other, to the right it's going to be 2.4 gigahertz, to the left it's going to be Bluetooth, and in the middle you can have it off for that USB Type-C connection. Now we also have a full USB port pass-through here, so if you want to hook something up like headphones or anything else like that, maybe a data drive or something, you can definitely do that here. You do have your 2.4 gigahertz dongle that is really embedded in here. It's a good slot for it, and it's a tight fit, so it's probably not going to be an issue losing this because I'm having a hard enough time just getting it out of the slot. But there it is, and if you want to use 2.4 gigahertz, that's where your dongle will live. Now we do have levelers on this, of course, and they are dual heights, so you can get the right angle for your comfortability. So that's the unboxing of the BOYI C75 Pro. Let's dig into some more of its features. Taking a closer look at the switches on this, again you have the BOYI Jadeite Green Hi-Fi linear switches. Everything comes pre-lubed from the factory. These are 5-pin switches, but you can switch them out with 3 pins if you want to. You do have double shot PBT keycaps in cherry profile. You can switch those out as well, and you have north-facing RGB on this particular keyboard, just so you know. Okay, so taking a look at the TFT screen here, you can see that we've got our date, our time, our connection, whether it's a Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz or Windows or Mac. And you can adjust this. You get your battery level as well. You do get some CPU and system temperatures, which I will show you does work once you have the software involved. You can also cycle through things such as your language, the OS, and you can just press the knob in to get into the secondary menu. You have your screen brightness here. You can set your lights. So if I want to set up different light settings for my RGB, I can. So this is pretty easy. I can just easily switch from Windows to Mac and press again to exit. Language the same way. And you can do all of this on the fly here without the software. Now again, you can adjust the brightness of the TFT screen itself if you want to. And this works out really easy for being able to set the modes and the colors of your RGB without having to go into the software. So you can see I can change it to all red or all orange for colors, and then I can go back, pick one that I like, and then I can switch the actual modes as well. So we've got a bunch of different modes here that we can go through, and we can set them with the screen. You can also upload a GIF or picture to this screen, and I'll have that on the screen as well so that you can see what that looks like, and that's really nice to have to personalize your keyboard. Okay, so looking at the BOYI software here, you can see that we've got a per key setup. So we can go in for each individual key and we can disable it, reset it, or confirm it with our key settings below. So we have key combinations with Control, Alt, Shift, and Windows, and other keys, macros, media keys, and of course mouse keys as well, so you can add those in wherever you would like to on whatever key you would like to. Now we do have several different layers for this as well, so you do have I think it's 3 layers if we take a look at the right hand side, and this will allow you to do different layers for different setups if you need to. In other settings, we've got key sensitivity from 1 to 10. We do have a detect OS automatically. And we also have our light settings on the right for 2.4 gigahertz and for Bluetooth. So it'll turn the light off after 2 minutes, or you can lengthen that if you would like to, all the way up to 60 minutes to save battery life. You can also put the keyboard to sleep from 1 to 60 minutes, or in Bluetooth mode the same way. So this is a good way to fine-tune how you would like to use that 4000 mAh battery without having to plug it in. Your function settings are going to be pretty much the same here as our main. We do have a macro suite here where we can import, export, and copy macros. You can make and create your own macros and then assign them to whatever buttons that you would like. Under screen here, we've got a way to add static images and GIF images. Uploading to the keyboard is pretty simple here. We can also just draw anything we would like on the screen here, and you can use the color picker or eraser here to erase any of that, and you can save this to the My Work tab. If you want to upload a picture, you just hit the plus icon there. We're going to add that. Just make sure that it fits within the borders, and then hit confirm. And once you do that, it will upload the GIF to the software, and then you can select on the right hand side whether we want to preview the animation or picture. We can change the frame delay, we can add layers, and we can also upload the picture or animation or save it as we have it so that we can use it again. So this is really nice to be able to really customize that TFT screen on the keyboard itself. Under other settings, we've got a language toggle. We can synchronize the time with our PC. And the system will actually do the temperature, and I've had that up during a little bit earlier where you saw it had system temperature, which worked no problems whatsoever. And you can also use the clear screen button at the bottom to clear out anything that you have uploaded. Under lights, we've got all of our modes here, and there are a ton of different modes that you can choose from. You can also adjust those modes here. You can use RGB, or you can pick a certain color as well. And on some of these modes, you're going to have a play mode where it will be either counterclockwise or clockwise, so you can adjust that as well. So you have full control over all of your modes here, including brightness, speed, and whether they go clockwise or counterclockwise depending on a certain mode. So if we find one like peak turn, yeah, you can see clockwise or counterclockwise, and I can change that as well. Now, under the About tab, we can update the app version, the firmware version. We can change our language of the application. We can set it to automatically open the software when the system starts up. We can even select a color or picture for the background of the program itself. And then when we close it out, we can choose it to minimize without exiting the software or exit. So you've got a ton of different options here with the BOYI software, and they've done a really nice job on this to fully customize your keyboard. So there you go. That's my review of the BOYI C75 Pro 75% gaming keyboard with RGB and TFT screen. Now, this has a ton going for it. It's definitely a space saver on your desk at that 75%, which is really nice. But having that little screen with all the information on it, being able to upload your own static images or GIFs to really customize it and make it your own is very nice as well. The jadeite green linear switches from BOYI feel really good to type on right out of the box, although if you do want to change them up for something that you would like, you can change those switches and the keycaps as well, so you have a lot of customization there. The software is rock solid and offers a ton of different functionality, and overall I had a good time with the C75 Pro from BOYI. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.